Welcome back to Behind the Strength podcast, where we improve your health, wealth, and peace of mind.
I'm Carlo.
And I'm Christian. And for those of you who are new to this podcast, just a little bit of a background. We've been in the fitness industry now for about 2 decades. We have a fitness and therapy facility
In Toronto, Canada.
Which has been up for going on to 8 years now.
Yeah, we started in 2011. We poured just a few $1,000s. We opened up a warehouse gym that was only 2,000 square feet.
Under 2,000 square feet.
Under 2,000 square feet. We literally built it ourselves, got equipment loaned to us.
Yep.
Our dumbbell rack went up to 25 pounds only.
Yeah.
But now we have an 11,200 square foot facility. We have over 35 people on our team.
Yes.
And we've built a multi-million-dollar company. Now we have fitness and therapy services, and they're doing well. So why do you want to listen to us? Because we know a thing or two about success. We know a thing or two about fitness. And we know a thing or two about overcoming a lot of obstacles. Because when you start off, and we started off without social media, without any help, without anything, and you bring it to this point, there's a lot of things you could learn from us. And our objective is to help you reduce all the unnecessary bullshit that we went through.
Yeah, we're going to cut the years of trial and error, and we basically get you to where you want to get to. The fastest, the surest way possible, too, because it's not about just the fastest way, it's about the surest way. Today we're talking about the dark side of being fit that nobody really talks about.
Which, in our industry, everybody talks about the fluff,
every post
how great
on
your
Instagram
thing is, motivation.
Motivation, or how fit I am, or look at all this stuff. But nobody sees or feels actually what a lot of these people go through on their own.
Yes.
The mental aspect of this whole game of being fit, or the pressures that come with it.
Yes.
And that's what we want to bring up today, because put it this way, if any of you are in your fitness journey and all of a sudden you've changed your body or whatever, don't you notice how all of a sudden everybody wants to talk about fitness or their workouts or they're asking you for advice? I mean, that's a huge thing these days. And so now all of a sudden every topic you ever talk about is going to be about being fit or getting fit or how do I get fit? First and foremost, don't you guys notice how nobody ever sees the hard work you put in? They see the outcome, they see the muscles, they see you being lean, they see you, but nobody actually sees the hard work that you put in and day out of getting fit.
Dude, my biggest pet peeve is when people just like to say, "Oh, yeah, it's easy for you."
It's easy for you, yes.
It's easy for you.
Yeah.
Like
your body came like that.
Like your body came like that. Like they're forgetting that for fucking 5 years straight, I was in the gym every single day, Monday to Saturday, after work, while they're fucking in like Harvey's or eating Chinese food with their friends, drinking beer. Yeah. You're in the gym. And by the way, this is before Instagram, social media, and all that stuff. Before people even gave a shit about fitness.
Yes. They don't actually see the man hours or the that you put in. They don't actually see the rep after rep, set after set. They go through that. Yeah. Or the aches and pains that your body goes through, because you're always, if you work out hard, you train hard, your body's always aching and in pain, are you not? Yeah. And nobody feels that.
Yeah,
you feel that. They don't see it.
You know how easy it is to go out on a Friday night, Saturday night, and drink your ass off and like eat Chinese food after the club, which I've done before, by the way. Hey. But you don't see the hard work, right? Yes. You don't see the sacrifice. Like, you're sitting down, you're tired, your body's broken because you went through all week working out, and you just you can't wait to rest.
I mean, a big thing is too, like, aside from just the workouts, there's a lot of sacrifices that come with, getting fit. There's going to be missed nights out with your friends, missed birthdays because you're dieting or because you can't eat somewhere, you can't go to a certain restaurant, or there's a lot of sacrifice. And a lot of your time is actually dedicated into those workouts or meal prepping.
Dude, I was going to say, like, you know how many freaking
huge
containers and containers and containers.
It takes time to wash those freaking containers. It takes time to wash your cookware and all that stuff, and to actually make these meals. It takes time. So there's a lot of sacrifice that come with, getting fit and being fit that a lot of people don't see. So there's also the sacrifice of having to do the research and the trial and error of getting fit. Yeah. So nobody actually understands that. So for those of you that are doing it, that have done it, man, kudos to you, because it takes a lot of time, effort, and a lot of just who you are. You become that.
Yeah, but eat it. Who gives a shit? We're just saying this because it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do about it? Okay, nobody sees the hard work. Who gives a fuck? Keep working.
It's true.
Keep working.
It's true. And it's funny because the first thing that people you're automatically judged.
Yes.
The moment somebody sees you as fit, it's like kind of like, oh well, if I had time all day, I could do that too. Yeah. Right? They must just be like, just stay at home all day, or they just, if I had all the time in the world, I'd work out twice a day and all that. I hear that all the time.
Bro, you know what I did? And this is like, I'll shove it down everybody's fucking throat on this one. Dude, I was working construction landscaping with Jeff and Brian.
Yes.
We would have to be on site 7 a.m. and we work all day, like all day.
Yeah, like
construction, like heavy ass lifting. We're dirty. Like even have pictures of me, like my whole like jeans and stuff like that, full of dirt. Get off work at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Still hit the gym.
Yeah.
Exhausted, tired. It didn't fucking matter. We still hit the gym.
Yeah.
Still hit the gym.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
So for people to say, "Oh, you have all," no, we didn't. We made time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we made time. Just like how you make time after work to go out and to the bar and have a beer with your friends.
Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
that shit. That was our beer. That
That's
was
the same,
our.
yeah.
That was our freaking hockey night or hockey
night
game
out,
with our friends. That's our shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny too because automatically they see somebody that's muscled up and they think, "Oh, meathead."
Yeah.
Like,
or a female that's really finished. Like, oh, look at that.
oh, look
like,
at it. Yeah, that's all she does.
Yeah, she's
That's all,
full vanity and stuff like that.
Yeah, and she's vain and he's vain.
Yeah.
It does take some vanity, but believe me, that's not all it is. You know.
You know what? Because of Instagram and stuff like that, the people who are super vain are being put on the spotlight.
Yeah, for sure.
But we know tons of fit people who aren't that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Like super
They literally
like
do it just for their health.
Yeah. So, don't get that twisted, man. Just because one group does it and puts it out there and because their ego needs to be fucking fluffed up, there's still a lot of people out there who look like them who don't act like that.
Yes. And and it's sad that you get almost you get placed in this group with those people just because you automatically you're labeled as that. So I mean that's not really the case for a lot of people, but there's the select few, of course, right?
Yeah. Well, it goes back to this point, man. When people start labeling you, what do? You just show them with your actions.
Yes.
You can't say shit.
No,
you can't
no,
change their mind.
No. You're not gonna change your mind.
I can't change your mind on how you think of me unless you see what I do.
Yes. Yeah. If you start playing into that stuff, then that means you're allowing them to be right and you're allowing them to control them.
And maybe if you do play into that shit, maybe that's
you are.
Maybe you need
maybe
that
you are.
to fucking smarten up, man.
Yeah. Maybe you are. So I mean, like it's not. People think that it's an overnight thing of getting fit, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm gonna step into the gym in January. I got this big goal ahead of me, and by February 1st or by mid-January, I'm gonna be fit. It doesn't work that way.
Never.
People automatically think that, and
but think about it for 1 second. What in anything in life, what great results come from rushed effort?
Overnight, yeah.
Exactly. Like what?
Nothing,
like name it. Work
and nothing that's that is a lasting thing. Nothing that's going to be a long lasting thing. At least it's not going to be sure for
like school. Like when you rush in school, when you're making love to your significant other, rushing like nothing in life. There's no good outcome that comes from rushing shit.
Yes. Well, the fitness journey has always been compared to like as a religion because it basically is. Yeah. It has to be a religious thing.
It does transform you.
You have to practice it. Every
there
day.
You go. I think that's it's a practice. It's just like meditation, yoga.
Just like meditation, yoga, everything.
Yeah,
it's a practice.
Mindfulness. It's a practice.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, getting fit is a practice. Yeah. It's the practice of eating well. It's a practice of getting yourself up and doing workouts.
Yep.
Putting yourself through the uncomfortable.
Wait, just like a practice, like meditation, right? When you meditate, you acknowledge your thoughts.
Yes.
You start recognizing your thoughts, and it's not like ignoring them. It's like recognizing that you are having bad thoughts.
Yes.
Recognizing that you are making bad decisions in your head. Recognizing that you're starting to think about bad food or bad choices.
Yeah.
Recognizing that and putting that to the side and choosing something else.
Yes.
So again, like it's perfect example, man. You're right. It is a practice.
Like not only do they not see the work that you put in, but they don't feel what your body feels.
Yes.
Because your body, you literally, anybody out there that's gotten, fit or that is getting fit, the beating your body takes on a regular basis when you go in on your workouts.
Yeah.
You're going to be not only just sore and achy, but man, your joints are going to hurt. Your tendons are going to be swollen. Tendonitis. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. People they tear muscle. They've ruptured stuff. It's a never-ending cycle, man.
Like I was watching Kobe Bryant stuff on YouTube the other day.
Oh yeah.
And like the amount of work that this guy put in, and people just see this shit.
Yeah,
they see the ring.
They think he was talented,
and they still talk shit about, oh, he's not like Michael. Like, yo, this guy works so much, bro. Like he's in there first.
First one.
He's
in
there last.
And he does a lot of extra training and stuff on his
own. He's doing strength and conditioning. He's rehabbing all the time.
When the team, because there's only as a professional athlete, especially back in the day, there's only a required amount of practice and you're in the weight room with your team. But the best of the best went out on their own, such as Jordan, such as him.
Yes.
They went out on their own. They got guys like Tim Grover and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to use you. The rest of my team doesn't want to use you. I'm going to use you.
And the most important part about this conversation, he's a fucking champion.
Yes.
There's guys who aren't even champions that are already fucking, oh, I made an NBA. Cool, I'm chilling now.
You ever hear the story of Tim Grover and how Michael Jordan and Tim Grover hooked up? So basically, Tim Grover went into the Chicago Bulls locker room. This was after their season, and he handed everybody a card. Everybody but Michael, because he was like, okay, well, this is the guy that's probably not going to train.
Yeah.
So he handed everybody the card, and at the end of that, so he left the locker room. He said, hey, listen, come train with me if you want to be the best. Michael looked at everybody. He's like, what, none of you guys are going to fucking call this guy? Took the card, called him, and he goes, listen, you got one shot with me. You train me one day. If I like you, I'm going to keep using you. Trained with him, obviously, the first day, killed him. And he goes, okay, we're going to make a deal. You're not going to train anybody else but me. That's it. I'll allow you to train my team in the off season, but only members from my team. But from here on out, I'm not paying you to train me. I'm paying you to not train anybody else.
Wow.
And that's basically how they hooked up.
But Michael Jordan was the top.
He was the best.
He was still the best.
He was the best.
And he now he's like, fuck
and
it, I need to get better.
Yeah, he went to his team and he goes, what are you guys, none of you guys are going to call this guy? Like, okay, fine. Give me the fucking card. I'll call him. He didn't even give me a card. I'll call him.
Crazy.
And there's a story, right? Yeah. And for those of you that do judge people who are fit and whatever, like, yo, take a moment for a sec and think about, man, this person's body must be aching, must be taking a beating when they're in the gym, or it's just sometimes after workouts it's just not comfortable.
No,
you're fucking profusely sweating because your metabolism's revved up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean.
Yeah.
You're sore everywhere. You're after like 2 days later after a leg day, you're barely walking. Right? Trust me, they're going through some shit, man. They are definitely going through some stuff.
Okay, so the next one is a big one. You're always chasing your best physique.
Yes.
You're always after, like, nobody really talks about this. Like, the moment you hit your peak or you think you hit your peak, anything after that, you're mentally fucking.
You're always going to compare to that. I used to be like this, or I used to have this, and I used to Yeah. So if you're ever off by like a couple pounds, or you let your stuff go a little bit, then you're always gonna have that in your head.
Yeah, that new standard is gonna totally mentally mess with you, and if you don't put that in check, man, it's gonna take you down a dark road.
Or the other side of it too, like like muscle dysmorphia is very, very real.
I had that. Yeah. I was mentally fucked for a good period of time, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah. Like you're always.
I wasn't big enough. I felt like I wasn't big. I always had to have a shitload of protein. I felt like sick inside if I didn't feel I had enough protein to eat for each meal. If I didn't push heavy enough, like,
you got to remember,
it consumed me, man.
People who get super fit and whatever, there's got to be a driving force, a strong enough why to begin with. And a lot of those reasons come from an insecurity of some sort. Whether you want to admit it or not, you fit people, there is an insecurity somewhere deep down inside you. Whether I was too skinny as a kid, I was too fat, I wasn't strong enough, I got picked on, right? Or I don't like the way they called me names, or my head's too big for my body, so I got to get bigger muscles.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, there's some sort of insecurity driving that. And so you don't think that, 5 years, 10 years down the line, this guy's got ripped abs and big muscles. That thing is still in their head.
Yeah.
This is like the number, aside from like, how like, internet and computers, everything's coded, right?
Yes.
That coding starts in your body. That coding starts in your head. If
it's here.
Yeah, if you start to say in yourself, every day I'm going to eat at this time, this healthy meal. Every day I'm going to train at this time for this long, and I'm going to train these body parts or this way. That's a coding that you put in. You have to instill that. You press enter.
Yeah, you have to press enter and go through
You got to press enter and actually go through it.
But that's the crazy part that I realized. Like your body, it's adaptable, man.
Yeah.
It's adaptable. It's insane. It's insane.
Definitely. Well, look at a person's body when they go through a mode of starvation. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about like 7 days of no food, no water or whatever, but I'm talking about like even in a day. Right? If a lot of you guys probably eat, first thing in the morning, don't eat again at night. So for the rest of the day, your body's in starvation mode. What does it do? It actually is storing all that food that you ate in the morning because it knows I'm not going to get anything for a long time. That's a body's way of adapting. Just think about that.
Yes.
Right? When your muscles swell during a workout, it's adapting to that workout.
Yes.
Because it's telling you, hey, stop stressing me out. It's sending water to the area to say, hey, you know what? Stop stressing me out.
Yeah.
Right? So your body's constantly adapting to things, and that's something that you need to be in tune of.
This is part of the reason that I'm going to go a tangent real quick. This is a part of the reason why I fucking hate half of Instagram. Because everybody has these ideologies that, this is the way you should be training. This is how your body should be. I'm like, motherfucker, you have no idea how your fucking body could be until you actually experienced it. Like not a lot of people have experienced what I've been through.
And actually,
actually physically and mentally been through.
And actually try and change
the entire spectrum.
Yeah,
the entire spectrum,
yes.
bro. Like I could, I could break dance. I could lift I lifted 300 pounds shoulder press.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been through it, so I start understanding what the capabilities are. So when I start seeing people have these ideologies, you should only do kettlebell, or you should only fucking do this. I'm like,
or
you're missing the
this
point.
Is the diet that
you are
works.
missing the point.
Yeah.
You are missing the point, man. Yeah. Like your body is a story that you should explore for yourself.
Yes.
But yeah, like that's how you kind of get off that chasing your best physique.
Of course.
That it's not the end. Like wherever you are right now, it's not the end. You got there. Here, congratulate yourself. Clap for it. But then what's next? It's like anything. Like the hardest thing, it's easy to get knocked the fuck down and get back up again and win.
Yes.
But it's the hardest when you are winning all the time and just trying to stay there.
Yeah. And it's, what's funny about because a lot of people, especially people who are fit or whatever, it takes very little to knock them down.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So small comments, and you guys can relate to some small comments, such as you go up to a guy that's, his main goal is to go and gain, muscle.
Yes.
You go up to him today, hey, you're looking kind of skinny. You're looking kind of small today.
Oh,
and
that's
it
the
could
worst.
literally
That
be the
me.
color of their shirt that they're wearing.
Yeah.
Or the fit is a little too big.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden this guy's in his head, I'm too skinny. Go up to a female that's trying to lose weight and tell her, hey, are you holding a little bit of water today? You're looking a little bloated.
Yeah, if you want to
know
die,
what
go
that
ahead.
you know what that plays in their mind?
Yeah, of course.
And the thing is, people are so easy to make these comments, and it's so easy for them, but they don't understand what that will do to that person for fucking days on end.
Yeah. But it's really on that person to realize that, you're fit, you're getting fit and stuff like that, but that's not your identity.
It's not your identity. Yes.
This whole fitness thing isn't your identity fully.
It's part of your life.
Your success and who you are isn't predicated on how fit you are.
At the end of the day, everything that we've talked about here, it comes down to controlling your emotions on how you're feeling, addressing your emotions towards, these things that you're feeling, and
hormonal changes.
Yes. Right. You're going to go through ups and downs of hormones, right? Females and males, both.
Becoming a fucking asshole because you think you're fit. That's a dark side of it too. Becoming a fucking,
Yeah. I mean, those are
arrogant dick because you're fit and you feel like,
Yeah, you constantly have to check yourself. And when I say check yourself, I don't mean just the ego, but like check yourself. Are you still good?
Yes.
Are you still enjoying your journey?
Yes.
Is this still a fun thing, like the way you got into it? Mm-hmm. Or are all the pressure so hard on you now that you've let yourself go to extents where you're not even enjoying this anymore?
Yeah.
You're just doing it to please other people.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, and another thing that we never actually talked about, especially in combat sports, when you have to cut for weight and stuff like that.
Gosh,
dude, we have to talk about that because and even bodybuilding too.
for sure.
Like when you
Oh,
have
for
to
sure.
when you cut
Cut,
down
yeah.
like extreme weight loss and cutting.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of people who just balloon up after that
Yeah.
because psychologically they're so tainted with working out or eating healthy, like
Yeah.
eating extremely healthy. They start gaining so much weight.
Then they just
That's a
and then
very, very,
they just
very
let themselves
dangerous
go
part.
right
Yeah,
after. Yeah.
dude, if you're going through that, just please check that. Like talk to somebody about that because again, that goes back to you. That's not your identity, man. It's crazy.
It's
I've
the
been through a
pressure.
lot of
It's-
shit.
it's
bro.
the
Like,
pressures.
This thing has put me through a
One
lot
hell
of
of
shit.
a person, yeah. It's
Holy.
the pressures are what get to you, and then there's a lot of people that just throw it in, just be like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna ruin everything."
Well, what I say now, like I tell you, like, dude, I'm so off this vegetable or something. Like I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you that, like, oh, I can't eat
I'm
that
not-
anymore.
I can't eat chicken breast and fucking broccoli.
I can't
right
eat
now.
chicken breast anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't eat fucking sweet potato anymore.
Yeah.
I still can't because I'm
I
like,
don't like sweet potato.
right? Like,
Yeah.
but back in the day, I used to eat that shit religiously.
Regular.
So you start
Through
getting
the
like
day.
you start hating certain
Yes,
things
of
because you're
course.
just so like that energy that you had, that negative energy, because you felt like you had to eat it just for a certain outcome.
I remember after bodybuilding, I really despised salmon. And salmon's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I love salmon, but
yo,
it was
same,
because I was
same.
eating 2 or 3 meals of salmon a day
Yeah.
for the fat content, the protein content, and I couldn't even, when somebody would bring it up to me, and it was a beautifully made salmon, I'd be like, no, that's diet food. I can't eat that.
Yeah, you look at it like, no,
Like,
no, no.
I'd rather eat the fish and chips, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's not like the quality's not even that good, but
Yeah.
man, I can't eat that right now.
Yeah. A big
know.
thing that helped me, man, was honestly changing my routine after that.
Yes.
Like you just change
yeah.
physiology, right? You
Yep.
just change your physiology. Like I was like, you know what? Okay, instead of Muay Thai now, I'm gonna go back to like working out. I want to go back to like lifting heavier weights and stuff like that. And that was enough for me to change and be like liking the gym again.
Yeah, and that's a huge thing, guys. Make sure that your goals are constantly changing, or you're constantly, as you hit goals, make sure that you're always adding a new one, and you're always shooting for, and it doesn't always have to be the same related goal.
Yes.
Like you said, you could go from wanting to gain all this muscle to running a fucking marathon, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Change
Yeah.
it up a
because
bit.
that challenge now, because you suck at, you're gonna
Challenge.
suck at
You're
it.
gonna suck at it.
Like
Yeah.
your first kilometer, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah, what-
my
yo,
shins are
yeah.
hurting. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like my calves are.
I could just
stiff.
squat 3 plates and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but can you run 20 kilometers with those same legs?
But the same drive and like mental tenacity that you had to get to the first goal, that made you achieve the first goal, now that's gonna start itching. It's like, okay, let me challenge myself now.
Well, that's the fun part about this
Yeah.
whole thing, is that no matter what goal you have in fitness, you're attaining some sort, you're building some sort of discipline in yourself.
Yes.
That's the important part. The discipline to have good practices on a regular daily basis, keep yourself accountable to it, and obviously the discipline to keep practicing.
Keep practicing it. Yeah.
Just
and if
practice.
you're gonna take anything from that journey, right? Obviously, don't take the identity part. The discipline that you got, the tenacity, the mental
Yeah.
toughness that you got from it, now it could translate into anything. So,
Anything.
like, if you need, like we said, take a rest.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a rest.
Yeah.
Maybe you fucking need a rest.
Yeah. Understand that the skills you attain and that you build through your fitness journey is transferable to pretty much everything else in your life, your relationships, your wealth, your business, your work, whatever it may be, your friendships. All these things that you attain, the mental tenacity, all that stuff is applicable pretty much and it's transferable.
It's transferable. You'll have it
very-
forever. Just
you'll
like
have it forever.
Brooklyn, your daughter. Like, I remember when she was trying to walk. It sucks. And blah blah
Yeah.
blah. She was falling, but now she's walking. She's running and doing anything.
Within weeks.
Now she's gonna run away.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right. But now, like, that tough part of learning how to step and balance, blah blah blah. Now you could do anything. Now she could run.
Yes.
Now she could, I don't know, lift weights. She could
Climb or whatever.
But those
yeah.
things, but that we don't think about. We take that shit for granted
Yes,
now,
very
right?
much
So
so.
don't take that for granted. Like the tenacity that you had, the discipline that you had to get to that goal, transfer it. Maybe you want to open a business. Maybe you want to, have a better relationship.
Right.
Because there's certain things, there's certain challenges in there
for
too.
sure, for
so
sure.
you could transfer it. So it's not done. So a lot of times when you feel that depression and stuff like that, it's because you feel like you're stuck. There's no more purpose. There's no more hope.
Because at least you have like little accomplishments along the way.
Yeah.
And you're not always feeling like, oh man, I'm failing at this.
Yes.
And then you're not forced to, screw it, I'm just gonna go off diet and fucking eat everything in sight.
Exactly. You got to watch
Right.
it.
So guys and girls, understand like all these things that we're talking about. Everybody at some point in time feels one or a few of these, if not all.
again and again and again.
Again and again and again.
I
And
felt it from
happens.
bodybuilding. I felt it from Muay Thai. I felt it from even just running.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
feel the emotional ups and downs.
The emotions up and down.
Yeah.
Like, you can be walking into a gym today and you don't get such a great workout because you're like, man, I'm not where I want to be at. Why am I even doing this?
Yes.
So already you're going in there with a negative attitude, and you're probably not going to get the most output from your body.
Yeah.
So understand that these are very normal. You're
Yes.
not alone.
Everything that we talked about today.
Yeah.
All of it is very normal, and it
Very
happens
normal.
to everybody. We've literally sat down with thousands of people since we started this business, and these
Even
things
started-
come up
yeah.
every single time.
They all come up.
Every time.
In a closed door, believe me, all these things come
yeah.
up for sure, especially in a closed door. So definitely don't feel like you're alone at this.
Yes.
If they're if we could be of any help to you, please let us know. Like, definitely
Yeah,
give
I
us
mean,
a shout.
yeah, give us a shout. BTS@strengthenyou.com, Bobby Terry
Yeah.
Sandy at strength-n-u.com. If we helped you in any way, if you need help in
If
any
you
way,
need help in any way of overcoming
hit us
some
up.
of these things, or if you're starting to feel like, hey man, my journey's not going the same way as it used to be, and you're starting to get all these emotions about and these feelings, so just hit us up, man.
Yeah.
We can help you go through it, and
Yeah.
we do every single day, because there's tons of members that come up to me, come up to you just with these same issues every single day.
And we hope this episode shed a light, made you, give you better perspective, and give you that little push to keep going.
1000%, guys. Till
Thank
the
you
next
so
time,
much for
thank you.
listening. It was a good one. I had fun with this one.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
All right, cheers.
Cool. Bam.